day, everyone. We are the representative from University of Malaya, GIG1005 Social Engagement Group 67, Branch 7, Subgroup 2. I'm Timothy Jonathan, and here's my partner, Iwanchi, and I will present an introduction in process costing today. And the topics will be 1. Definition of process costing, 2. Characteristic of process costing, 3. Equivalent unit, 4. Calculation of product cost per unit, 5. Calculation of cost of finished units and ending work in process inventory, 6. Transferred in costs, 7. Production cost report, and finally the journal entries. Okay, next. First of all, let me explain about the process costing and the definition. So, it is a method of collecting and assigning manufacturing costs to the unit produced. The method is for identical and mass-produced units. So, its methodology used to allocate the total cost of production for homogeneous units only via continuous process that usually involve multiple steps or departments. So, here's the characteristics. Costs accumulated by department or process, as I've said before. In job order costing, we use based on jobs, the cost. But here in process costing, we allocate it based on the departments. So the second one, work in process, has a production report for each department or process. Yeah, this is related to the first one. And 3, identical mass-produced and low-cost products. We've been talking about this too before. And units continuously produced for inventory in automated process. Because this is a mass-produced and low-cost products, the process is used by machinery and automated. Okay, next. Okay, here's for example, how the costs are captured. Here in the slides, we have steel factory here, and the processes are melting, skimming and alloy, mold and extruding. As we can see here, each department has its own work in process, and we will talking about the transfer in cost later. Okay, next. Okay, in process costing, one of the unique formula is equivalent units. To calculate the cost, we need to know the equivalent units of the produced units, because we have work in process, which means the incomplete units. To calculate, to estimate what's the value of the cost compared to the 100 completed products. So here, for example, we have 50% completed product plus 50% completed product equals to 100% completed products. For example, for a mass-produced unit, let's say that 300 of 40% completed products is equal to 120 completed units. Okay, next. The subject of equivalent unit in the elements here is conversion cost, which consists of direct labor and manufacturing overhead, which consists of electricity, water, and the others. And we have direct materials, so it's the same as job order costing. And for the next department, Department B, Department C, we have transferred in cost too for the report. Okay, next. So the formula here is pretty simple. For the material cost and conversion cost, both actually have the same formula, but with only the difference is only between its material cost and the conversion cost. So here we can see the formula is the cost for the period divided by the equivalent units for equivalent units cost. Okay, next. So to find the cost of finished units, we just simply need to divide the completed units times 8 times by the product cost per unit, sorry. So the product cost here consists of direct materials and the conversion cost, don't forget. Okay, the cost of ending work in process inventory has the same formula, the ending work in process times by the product cost per unit. This will be interrelated to the report. Okay, next. So we've been talking about transferred in cost in the previous slides. So the transfer in cost is the cost that has been incurred in the previous department and will be transferred into the next department for the purpose of continuing the next process. So in the previous department, it is 100% completed, and for the next department, it is started from zero because it is the next process. Okay, for the next slide, Wanchi.
Hi, I'm Lanchi, and now we will continue presenting. Let's look at this table. When the production in Department A complete its work on some unit of product, those units are transferred to the production of Department B. The cost assigned to this good are transferred from the work in process inventory account for Department A to the work in process inventory account for Department B. In Department B, the cost is assigned to those partially completed products are called transfer in cost. The transfer in cost is equal to the unit started as in the Department B. As a result, transfer in costs are treated as if they are a separate type of direct material added at the beginning of the process. So, the key document in a typical process costing system is the departmental production report. It is the summary of production cost information for each department for a given period. Production cost report will be prepared for each production department at the end of each accounting period. Moreover, the reports are used by managers to control production and cost at each processing department. The departmental production report summarizes the flow of production quantity through the department, and it shows the amount of production costs transferred out of the department work in process inventory account during the period. There are 4 steps used in preparing a departmental production report. First is analysis of physical flow of unit. Second, calculation of equivalent unit. Third, computation of unit cost. And last, analysis of total cost. So, let's look at this example. Tanglin Company make umbrella. Materials are added at the beginning of the process, and conversion costs are uniformly incurred. At the beginning of September, work in process is 40% complete, and at the end of month, it is 60% complete. Other data for the month included in this slide. Require prepare a production cost worksheet, which are production cost report with supporting schedule using the weighted average method of process costing. The notes you need to take notes is weighted average method. So, what is the solution look like? First, analysis of physical flow of unit. We need to calculate for the physical unit in A unit to account for and B unit accounted for. The total unit for unit to account for in A and unit accounted for in B must be the same, which are highlighted in yellow color 3,600. Let's look at this percentage of completion, 40%. Beginning inventory percentage, which is 40%, is not used in weighted average method. Therefore, the physical unit for beginning work in process is same as 1,600. Step 2. Calculation of equivalent unit. The unit completed are added 100% in unit accounted for, which is direct material 3,200, conversion cost 3,200. And then ending work in process for direct material is 100%, which is 400 units. However, for the conversion cost is 60%. Therefore, we need to 400 multiply with 60%, we will get 240. We will total up each column. For direct material, total unit 3,600 and conversion cost 3,440. The total physical unit is 3,600. Step 3. Computation of unit cost. The direct material for the beginning work in process we will take from the question, which is in slide 14. The beginning work in process cost material 154,000 and conversion cost 82,080. Therefore, we will total up it. For the total cost for direct material is 414,000 and conversion cost 282,080. And total up with this total cost we will get 696,080. The equivalent unit is taken from the previous slide, which is direct material 3,600 and conversion cost 3,440. So we will divide it. For direct material, 414,000 divided by 3,600, we will get 115. For conversion cost, 282 and 80, we will divide it by 3,440, we will get 82. After that, total up the equivalent unit cost for direct material and conversion cost, we will get a total of 197. Step 4. Analysis of total cost. For cost of goods completed and transferred during March, we will take 3,200 times with 196, which is equivalent unit cost. Where is 3,200 will get from? From the first slide, unit completed for physical unit is 3,200. Therefore, we will multiply them and get 30,400. And for the cost remaining work in process for direct material 400 units times with 115, conversion cost 240 units times with 82, we will get a total 65,680. Total up them, we will get 696,080, which is the total cost accounted for must be equal to total cost to account for in the previous slide. As we can see in the total cost for section C. So, this is the completer of 4 steps for our production report. And the overall production cost report will look like for this slide. Next, journal entry. For cost of direct material, we will debit work in process inventory and credit raw material inventory. And cost for conversion cost, debit work in process inventory, credit multiple account. Multiple account include accrued payroll, manufacturing overhead, and so on. We will total up then in multiple accounts. Thirdly, cost of completed unit and transfer out to next department. Debit work in process inventory in department 2 and credit work in process inventory in department 1, which is this cost transfer in cost. And last, cost of completed unit and transfer out to finished good. Debit finished good, credit work in process inventory in the current department. The difference between step 3 and step 4 is step 3 is have the total product are not completed. It is transferred to the next department. However, in method 4, it is finished good and it is good for sold. So, that's all from our presentation. Thank you for watching.